Ever wonder why other faceless channel creators are continuously profiting from their YouTube channels? Yes, the creator economy is about to face its biggest disruption since the birth of YouTube. As we move further into 2026, the old model of building massive audiences for pennies per view will be dead. Algorithm changes happen overnight. Platform volatility is accelerating. Ad revenue is becoming increasingly unpredictable. But here's what most creators don't see coming: the opportunity hiding in plain sight. While everyone chases millions of views for pocket change, a small group of automated channel owners are quietly building 6- and 7-figure businesses by serving just 5 to 10 premium clients. They've cracked the code on something I call faceless authority, and today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. In the next 25 minutes, you'll discover the systematic framework for monetizing automated channels through high-ticket digital services. This isn't about getting more views. This is about getting the right clients. This isn't about building an audience of thousands. This is about building an authority. And this definitely isn't about hoping the algorithm rewards you. This is about taking control of your revenue. Let's begin. Let me start with a reality check that most automated channel owners need to hear. If your business model depends on CPM revenue, you're building on quicksand. Here's why 2026 platform volatility makes AdSense dependence a high-risk strategy. First, algorithm changes are accelerating. What worked in January might be dead by now. Platform priorities shift based on competitor pressure, regulatory changes, and internal revenue goals. Your channel that's getting 100,000 views per month today could be getting 10,000 next month through no fault of your own. Second, ad spending is becoming more selective. Brands are pulling budgets from lower-performing content categories. They're consolidating spend around channels with proven conversion metrics. If you're in a saturated niche or an entertainment-only category, your CPM rates are heading down, not up. Third, new competition is flooding every space. AI-generated content is exploding. Every day, thousands of new automated channels launch across every conceivable topic. More supply, same advertiser demand, lower revenue per creator. Now let me show you the math that will change how you think about monetization. Scenario A, the view-dependent model. Let's say you run an automated finance channel getting 1 million views per month. At a $2 CPM, which is optimistic for most niches, you're earning $2,000 monthly. To scale to $10,000 monthly, you need 5 million views. To hit $50,000 monthly, you need 25 million views. That's not just unlikely, that's unsustainable. The content production requirements, the algorithm dependency, the competitive pressure, it's a losing game. Scenario B, the client-dependent model. Now imagine the same automated channel, but instead of chasing views, you're positioning as an authority. You create strategic content that attracts business owners struggling with specific, expensive problems. Instead of serving ads, you serve solutions. 5 clients paying $10,000 each equals $50,000 monthly revenue. From 5 people, not 5 million. The difference isn't just mathematical. It's philosophical. You're no longer hoping the platform pays you fairly. You're building direct relationships with people who value your expertise. You're no longer competing for generic attention. You're serving specific transformation. And most importantly, you're no longer hoping your content goes viral. You're ensuring your content converts. This brings us to the critical shift that automated channel owners need to make immediately. From faceless entertainment to faceless authority. Entertainment channels ask, how do I get more views? Authority channels ask, how do I attract the right prospects? Entertainment channels optimize for watch time and virality. Authority channels optimize for trust and conversion. Entertainment channels monetize through volume. Authority channels monetize through value. The automated finance channel I mentioned? Instead of just creating top 10 investing tips for the algorithm, they create the hidden cash flow problem, killing 73% of real estate portfolios for people who own multiple properties. Same production process, same faceless format, same automation tools, but completely different positioning, completely different audience, and completely different revenue potential. The entertainment approach gets them 100,000 generic viewers worth $200. The authority approach gets them 1,000 targeted prospects worth $50,000. That's the power of strategic positioning. But positioning alone isn't enough. You need to know exactly what problems your ideal clients are losing sleep over. That's where AI-driven research becomes your competitive advantage. Most creators pick their niche based on personal interest or surface-level market research. That's backwards. The highest converting automated channels start with pain point research, so deep and specific that prospects feel like their mind is being read. Here's how to use current large language models to uncover the psychological triggers that drive high-ticket purchases. Step 1. Strategic comment mining. Instead of randomly browsing comment sections, you're going to systematically extract frustration patterns from your ideal clients. Start with competitor analysis. Find the top 10 channels in your space that attract business owners, executives, or high-income individuals. Look specifically for videos with high engagement but polarizing topics. These generate the most honest, unfiltered responses. Use this prompt framework in Claude or ChatGPT. Analyze these 50 YouTube comments from your niche content. Extract the top 10 recurring frustrations, fears, and desired outcomes. Focus on problems that would cost $10,000 or more to solve. Group by emotional intensity and urgency. Then paste the comments and let the AI identify patterns you'd never see manually. Step 2. The forum deep dive comments posts are reactive. Forum posts are proactive. People go to forums when they're actively seeking solutions, not just consuming content. Target these high-value communities. For example, Reddit communities like entrepreneur, financial independence, real estate, marketing. Industry-specific forums like BiggerPockets, Warrior Forum, or niche Slack communities. LinkedIn groups where your ideal clients congregate. Use this research prompt. Extract the most frequently mentioned problems from these forum discussions. Focus on issues where people express willingness to pay for solutions or mention failed attempts to solve the problem themselves. Step 3. The psychographic mapping. This is where most people stop, but it's where you need to go deeper. You're not just looking for problems. You're looking for the emotional, financial, and social consequences of those problems remaining unsolved. Use this advanced prompt. For each problem identified, analyze 1. The immediate pain it causes, 2. The long-term cost of not solving it, 3. The status or identity threat it represents, 4. The urgency factors that would drive someone to pay premium rates for a solution. Now you have what I call bleeding neck problems. Issues so painful and urgent that price becomes secondary to solution speed. Step 4. The solution architecture. Here's where the magic happens. Instead of creating generic content around broad topics, you're designing content that leads directly to high-ticket solutions. Take this example from a client who runs an automated business strategy channel. Generic approach. How to scale your business. Authority approach. The cash flow calculation that's secretly bankrupting 7-figure companies. Both videos might perform similarly in terms of views. But the second one attracts business owners who are literally losing money right now and need immediate expert-level help. The first video might get 100,000 views from people who someday want to start a business. The second gets 10,000 views from people who already run businesses and are actively hemorrhaging cash. Which audience do you think converts better to a $15,000 consulting engagement? Step 5. The trigger integration. Finally, you weave these psychological triggers throughout your automated content strategy. Not just in the topics, but in the language, the examples, the case studies, and most importantly, the calls to action. Every video becomes a strategic asset designed to attract, qualify, and pre-convert your ideal clients. This research phase typically takes 10 to 15 hours spread over a week. But it's the foundation that makes everything else work. Because once you understand exactly what your market is desperate to solve, creating authority-building content becomes systematic. That's where the 7-stage authority framework comes in. Building authority without showing your face requires a different approach than personality-driven channels. You can't rely on charisma, personal stories, or parasocial relationships. Instead, you build authority through systematic value delivery, strategic positioning, and what I call invisible expertise. Here's the 7-stage framework that transforms automated content into high-ticket client magnets. Stage 1. The diagnostic content. Your first goal isn't to provide solutions. It's to help prospects identify and understand their problems more clearly than they've ever understood them before. Diagnostic content takes the form of assessment frameworks, problem identification systems, blind spot revelation, cost of inaction calculators. For example, the 3-minute test that reveals why your marketing isn't converting, or 5 signs your business model will fail in the next 18 months. This positions you as someone who sees patterns and risks that others miss. Stage 2. The educational foundation. Now you provide context and education around the problem space. Not generic tips, but strategic frameworks that demonstrate depth of knowledge. The goal is to educate prospects to the point where they understand why simple solutions won't work and why they need sophisticated help. Examples. The psychology behind why 89% of business owners make this pricing mistake, or the hidden economics of scaling that nobody talks about. Stage 3. The case study validation. This is where you build credibility through results, even in an automated format. Instead of personal testimonials, you use industry case studies, before and after analysis, results breakdowns, transformation documentation. How this manufacturing company increased profit margins by 340% in 90 days, or the exact system that took this SaaS from 50K to 500K ARR. Stage 4. The methodology reveal. Here's where you start revealing your proprietary processes and frameworks. Not the full implementation, but enough to demonstrate that you have a systematic approach to solving complex problems. The 4-phase optimization protocol that identifies hidden revenue streams, or my counterintuitive framework for scaling without burnout. Stage 5. The advanced strategy. This content is designed for prospects who are already convinced they need help and are evaluating options. Deep dives into sophisticated concepts that only serious buyers would consume. For example, advanced cash flow engineering for 8-figure operations, or the private equity playbook for service-based business owners. Stage 6. The implementation reality. Address the gap between knowing and doing. This is where you tactfully introduce the complexity and expertise required for successful implementation. For example, why DIY implementation fails 94% of the time, or the hidden costs of getting this wrong. Stage 7. The bridge content. Finally, bridge content directly connects the value you've provided with the solutions you offer. This isn't a pitch. It's positioning. For example, when to hire versus when to DIY. An honest assessment, or the real cost of delaying this decision. Maintaining quality with the latest AI tools. Here's some examples of how to execute this framework using the latest generative AI without losing the authority positioning. For script creation, use Claude with custom instructions that include your voice guidelines, technical terminology, and strategic positioning. For visual content, tools like Synthesia, DID, or Pictory for professional-looking presentations without a human face. For research integration, ChatGPT with browsing capability to incorporate current data, statistics, and case studies. For consistency, develop templates for each stage so your automated production maintains the same authority, tone, and structure. The key is never letting the AI tools diminish the sophistication of your positioning. You're not just creating content faster, you're creating authority-building assets systematically. But authority without conversion is just expensive entertainment. That's why you need to architect every piece of content as part of a larger funnel system. The biggest mistake automated channel owners make is treating YouTube like a content platform instead of a client acquisition system. Every video, every description, every comment should be architected to move qualified prospects closer to a high-ticket conversation. Here's how to build what I call the invisible close, a funnel system that converts viewers into clients without aggressive sales tactics. Component 1. The strategic video description. Your description isn't metadata. It's your first sales page. Most creators write descriptions for the algorithm. Authority builders write descriptions for conversion. Here's the structure. Hook. Summarize the core promise and tease the deeper solution. Context setting. Position the problem within a larger business or financial context. Authority indicators. Subtle references to your experience, client results, or industry recognition. Value delivery. Key insights that demonstrate your thinking depth. Strategic gap. Acknowledge what the video covers and what it doesn't. Soft transition. Natural bridge to your solution without being pushy. Clear next step. Specific call to action with compelling reason to act. Example structure. If you're losing money because your pricing strategy isn't working, this video reveals the 3 psychological triggers that drive premium purchases. But here's what most business owners miss. Implementing pricing psychology without understanding your market's value perception can actually hurt conversions. That's why I've developed a systematic approach that analyzes market psychology before adjusting pricing. If you're ready to fix your pricing strategy using data instead of guesswork, I've reserved 10 spots this month for a complimentary pricing audit. Details below. Component 2. The pinned comment strategy. Your pinned comment is your qualification and filtering mechanism. Instead of generic engagement bait, use it to pre-qualify serious prospects. Quick question. How much revenue is your current pricing strategy costing you monthly? If it's more than 10K, I'm offering complimentary pricing audits to 10 business owners this month. Not a sales call, a genuine analysis of your pricing blind spots. Link to apply below. This accomplishes 3 things. First, it filters out low-value prospects. Second, it gets people thinking about costs, not just benefits. Third, it positions your offer as valuable and limited. Component 3. The invisible webinar system. Instead of traditional webinar funnels, create what appears to be educational content but functions as automated sales presentations. Structure. In-depth training plus implementation. Workshop plus strategy session. Offer the training provides genuine value while systematically building the case for professional implementation. The workshop segment demonstrates complexity and reveals common DIY failures. The strategy session offer feels like a natural next step, not a sales pitch. Component 4. The technical stack. Here's the backend required to move someone from a 60-second short to a 5-figure agreement. Landing page builder, unbounce, ClickFunnels, or custom WordPress with conversion optimization. CRM integration, HubSpot, Pipedrive, or Go High Level for lead tracking and nurturing. Booking system, Calendly or Acuity with qualification questions that filter prospects. Email sequences, 7-day educational series that builds authority while addressing objections. Communication tools, Zoom for calls, Loom for follow-up explanations, Slack for client communication. Payment processing, Stripe or PayPal with invoice capabilities for high-ticket transactions. Component 5. The qualification process. Not everyone who raises their hand is a qualified prospect. Your funnel needs built-in qualification to ensure you're only spending time with serious buyers. Level 1. Qualification. Revenue and budget requirements in the initial opt-in. Level 2. Qualification. Detailed questionnaire before booking a call. Level 3. Qualification. Brief qualification call before the main strategy session. This protects your time while ensuring prospects are pre-sold before you ever speak with them. Component 6. The discovery call. Structure. When you do get on calls, they shouldn't feel like sales calls. Structure them as genuine discovery sessions. Problem diagnosis. Deep dive into their specific situation using frameworks from your content. Gap analysis. Identify the difference between where they are and where they want to be. Strategy overview. Outline the approach you'd take without giving away the implementation. Investment discussion. Present the cost as an investment in solving a quantified problem. Next steps. Clear path forward for those who are ready to proceed. The key is making the call valuable even if they don't hire you. This positions you as a trusted advisor rather than a salesperson. But even the best funnel needs ongoing optimization based on real data. That's where ecosystem scaling becomes crucial. Building a successful high-ticket automated channel isn't a set-and-forget system. It's a dynamic ecosystem that improves through data feedback loops and strategic expansion. Here's how to scale your system for long-term sustainability and increasing profitability. Data-driven optimization. Every piece of your funnel generates data that can improve performance. Video analytics. Track which topics drive the highest value leads, not just the most views. Conversion metrics. Monitor progression from view to email to call to client at each stage. Client quality assessment. Analyze which content types attract your best paying, longest retention clients. Revenue per view. Calculate the actual value of different video topics in terms of client acquisition. Use this data to double down on high-converting content themes while eliminating time wasters. Service offer evolution. As your automated channel grows, your service offerings should evolve from one-off projects to systematic programs. Phase 1. Individual consulting projects, 5,000 to 15,000. Phase 2. Systematic implementation programs, 15,000 to 50,000. Phase 3. Ongoing advisory relationships, $5,000 to $15,000 monthly. Phase 4. Mastermind or group programs, 25,000 to 100,000 annually. Each phase reduces your time investment per dollar while increasing client value and retention. Content system maturation. Your content strategy should become more sophisticated as your business grows. Initial stage. Problem awareness and education. Growth stage. Advanced strategy and methodology. Authority stage. Industry commentary and thought leadership. Ecosystem stage. Platform and community building. This progression naturally filters your audience toward higher value prospects while establishing you as the definitive authority in your space. Backend diversification. Relying on one-to-one services creates an income ceiling. Strategic backend diversification removes that ceiling. Digital products, high-level courses or implementation guides, $500 to $5,000. Software tools, proprietary solutions to problems you commonly solve, $100 to $500 monthly. Licensing programs, allow others to deliver your methodology, $10,000 to $50,000. Speaking opportunities, industry events and corporate workshops, $15,000 to $100,000 per event. Joint ventures, partner with complementary service providers for larger projects. Community building, the ultimate evolution is transforming your automated channel into a community hub. This creates network effects where your authority compounds through member interactions, peer validation, and collective expertise. Private communities, exclusive access for high-level clients and prospects. Annual events, in-person or virtual gatherings that strengthen relationships. Member-generated content. Leverage community expertise to create additional value. Referral networks. Members become a source of qualified leads. Long-term sustainability factors. Building a business around an automated channel requires attention to sustainability factors. Platform diversification. Don't depend solely on YouTube algorithm changes. Relationship investment. Strong client relationships provide stability during platform volatility. Expertise development. Continuously deepen your knowledge to maintain authority positioning. System documentation. Build processes that can operate without your constant involvement. Team development. Eventually hire specialists to handle different aspects of the business. Market evolution. Adaptation. Stay ahead of industry trends and adjust positioning accordingly. The ultimate vision. The end goal isn't just a successful automated channel. It's a holistic digital consultancy that happens to use automated content as its primary client acquisition system. Your channel becomes the visible tip of a sophisticated business ecosystem that includes premium services, recurring revenue streams, strategic partnerships, proprietary methodologies, industry recognition, sustainable competitive advantages. When done correctly, the automated channel that started as a side project becomes the foundation of a multi-million-dollar advisory business. Your next steps. If you're ready to transform your automated channel from an AdSense-dependent entertainment platform into a high-ticket client acquisition system, start with the pain point audit I outlined earlier. Spend the next week analyzing your ideal client's deepest frustrations using the AI research methods I shared. Then begin creating diagnostic content that positions you as the expert who understands their problems better than they understand them themselves. The shift from faceless entertainment to faceless authority isn't just a strategy change. It's a business model transformation that can turn your automated channel into your most valuable asset. The opportunity is massive. The competition is still minimal, and the tools are available right now. The only question is, will you build for views or will you build for value? The choice you make today determines whether your channel becomes a dying AdSense dependency or a thriving client acquisition system. Choose wisely. Did you learn something useful? Subscribing to our channel will help other creators find this content.